would ask the question that way. So in terms of just designing a question, how often do you brush your teeth? It's a relatively frequent occurrence event, and that's how I would spin it in terms of how I asked it. How often do you go to your bank branch and speak with a teller? So a different type of question that for most people is fairly low frequency. So how often do you go to a teller? Now I'll use my little circle. And I'll just pull that so it matches with my other one. Okay, so this one I'm not 100% clear on. Let's go, let's say one or more times per week, once every couple of weeks, once every couple of months, a couple of times per year. I don't. Or I can change this, I haven't. Not perfect. So whereas with the toothbrush example, I'm rolling it in terms of frequency, that's something that occurs daily. How often do you go to your bank branch and speak with a teller? For most people, they don't do that very often. They may do it maybe once or twice a year or once every couple of years. So I'm not going to really ask if they're going like multiple times per day. That might be for lonely old people who need someone to talk to. I feel fairly lonely at times, so I go talk to the bank tellers every once in a while just to make it seem like I have friends. Okay, I should get serious. Okay, so is everyone clear on that in terms of that type of example, in terms of how you roll things? So it's a closed question. Hi.
So whereas in the toothbrush question,
Yeah.
it's based on primary literature, what is the bank branch question answer?
The other one's not based on anything, but what you would do is you would, in your lit review, if you're let's say your proposal topic was let's say improving customer service for senior citizens. Then I would look on research in terms of the frequency of use of in-bank services. Right, that would be part of my, and I might find literature and research studies that look at that. And in those research studies, they may have surveyed people in terms of how often they use in-bank services. And then I would say, okay, what did their results look like? Well, if they asked the question, and let's say they asked it, how often do you use it? And let's say it's seniors, and let's say it's almost 90% of them went one or more times per week. Well, if more than 90% of them went one or more times per week, I'm going to have to be more granular in terms of my time. I'm going to have to say, do you go twice a day? Do you go every day? Do you go every couple of days? Right? So it's going to depend on terms of, in terms of the existing literature, which will inform you in terms of how best to ask that question. Right? That's kind of like one of the reasons why, when you're doing your lit review, you're not only just looking at the theoretical constructs that you're interested in, you're also going to be looking at the methodology. Right? So, in terms of how they ask it. Now, the one person raised the question, I have too many items for the for brushing your teeth. I might have too many items. Yeah. It might be better to have it, you may be best just with once a week or less. I don't know. The question is in terms of design, do I have too many categories for brushing? That's a fair criticism. Yeah, I might want to pare that down. But the thing is, I don't know what's out there. like if I were to ask this in, I don't know, in hillbilly country, not that there's something wrong with being a hillbilly, but if I'm asking this a place, where people are missing a lot of teeth, and and let's say that in terms of poverty, they don't have access to a dentist, and there's a whole pile of issues, right? So this may work for me, but if I'm asking, I don't know, I'm asking college university students, they're probably taking care of their teeth, right? But if I'm asking a geriatric who's only got 4 teeth, they may not brush them very often. So I may work with the band that I'm using based on who the audience is, right? And that's going to come from that. You're going to learn that from the research that you find in your lit review on this topic, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's primary sources because you want to see specifically how they ask the question. Yeah. On average, how many hours of sleep do you get per night? Well, right. So, once again, there's no right or wrong answer to this. I don't know. Let's go less than 5 hours. So on average, 6 hours, 7 hours, 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, 11 or more hours. It's like, that's kind of like how I would structure that one. This one's not too bad, it's fairly obvious. But you may want to, once again, you'll be informed by the literature, right? The literature is going to inform you as to how to design that. What devices do you use to watch Netflix? This would be what devices. Now this one will be select all that apply. Right? Because you'll be watching on multiple devices. So it could be television, smart television, computer. Now, do I want to distinguish between desktop and laptop? Maybe not. Let's do desktop, computer. Let me be a bit finicky. Laptop, computer. Tablet. And smartphone. Just phone, cell phone. I'll just call it a phone. Am I missing anything? So I use to select all that apply. That's a little different. You're not selecting just one, you're selecting multiples. So instead of asking it, do you watch Netflix on a smartphone or on a smart television, yes or no? Do you watch Netflix on a desktop computer, yes or no? Do you watch Netflix on a laptop computer, yes or no? Instead of having it as multiple questions, I just put it as one question, and I have it as a select all that apply. Yeah, that's relatively straightforward. On average, how much time does a person spend on their phone per day? Let's see. So I've been busy working all day. Let's see. Oh. I have spent, I don't know if you can see that very well. No, I guess you can. Oh, is it backwards? No. I have spent 2.5 hours on my computer today. For the week, my daily... This is shameful. You know my daily average from spending on my phone is? I spend on average 4 hours on my effing phone. This past week, I spent 4 hours and 20 minutes playing online chess. I spent almost 4 hours on effing Twitter. I did spend 2 hours on Outlook. That's work-related. I spent 53 minutes reading the New York Times online and 47 minutes reading the Washington Post. Okay, how much time does a person spend on their phone per day? No, this one's a little tougher. Let's say more than 10 hours. Let's go more than 10 hours. 8 or 9 hours. I'm going to cluster them together. 7 or 6 hours. 5 or 4 hours. 3 or 2 hours. 1 hour. I don't have less than an hour. I'm assuming they own a cell phone. Now, I've kind of created like a group frequency, so I've done it that way. Now, you could have done this as a drop down and just had the hours from 23. Like, one one's 23 hours. You got to be reasonable. Let's say more than 10 hours, and then 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, less than 1. But I've created my own little group frequency here because when I report this, I'm going to report it as a group frequency result. Okay. I think I might skip this, but we'll see. Let's take a quick break.